Hi everybody, this is day 13,
Day 13 of
Waxvent. Hey, this is my patient.
Over halfway.
Yeah, oh yeah we are, indeed. Now you can see it's not a completely blocked ear canal, this one. This, if I can remember, which I know we say quite a lot on these videos, if I can remember, because these are all pre-done.
Yep.
It's like a few days ago, maybe last week, I don't know how long ago it was. Anyway, if I can remember, the patient was almost feeling like there was something starting to build up. Is a regular patient of ours and normally comes every sort of, well, depending on how quickly it builds up, anywhere between 6 and 12 months. So it's, yeah, and you can see we've got this kind of very thin layer of skin underneath as well, which is really holding this in place. That's exactly what I'm trying to do here. I know everyone's probably saying, why don't you just grab that big piece on the top? I'm trying to detach that skin from the bottom, so if I get a good enough grip, the whole thing should then follow. Yep. Which we've got most of it.
It does, because otherwise you get a lot of whistling, don't you? And if you can bunch it all together, you minimise that risk of getting the whistling, and it helps to get a better grip on the skin to yank him out. Yeah,
it's a bit of a pain with the whistling as well, because we can't stay in the ear. As soon as we hear that whistle, we've got to come straight out. You know, because of the risk of noise, it's just way too noisy. Yeah. So we've done the same thing here. Luckily, there's a little bit left on the side, so we've managed to bunch this in. Bit of a wiggle there, trying to detach this. They're always a nightmare to take away these.
Yeah, especially when you get that long, thin sort of strip you just saw coming off that bit of skin.
Yeah.
Because that will always pop into the suction tube and make it whistle. Even with a fine end, sometimes that can whistle, can't it? So.
Yeah, they're a bit of a pain. So we've cleared the ear now. I'm just trying to tidy up as much of this as I can. Yeah. You know, they're never clean, easy ones to do. There's always going to be little tiny spots here and there. But the blockage is clear. You know, patient's happy, feeling better.
Within a day or two, that's going to look like a totally different ear canal, because you know, all the migration is going to happen. All the offending wax that was holding everything else in behind it is all gone. So all of this now can start migrating out the way it needs to. So if you saw this patient a week later, it would look totally different.
Oh, completely different.
Lovely and squeaky clean.
Yeah, so I think this is really firmly firmly attached to the newer, fresher skin behind. Yeah. So I don't think we're going to do much more than this, I don't think. We obviously I'm trying to shear it away rather than peel it at this point.
You give it a little bit of a tentative lift, wouldn't you? Just to see if it moves. If you get that little bit of movement there. But if it doesn't go anywhere, then you just leave it in place. Yeah. Well, look at that though. That's a reverse peel.
Oh, see that?
See that? Sure, is that snowboarding too?
What, 180 method? 360? No, it's really holding on, and it looked like it was about to come away really nicely, but it just stopped. I've lost my grip.
It's kind of adhering right in the centre there as well, isn't it? So you could pull the back end, pull the front end. That middle's not gonna move.
I've left that a little bit as it is. It obviously wasn't coming any more than that. So continued use of oil, like I said, a couple of days that'll or even if it doesn't, it'll start to migrate quite naturally now that all this wax is and skin has been taken away.
Nice grip there.
Yeah, this is
well, that's what you want to see. Look at all that. Most when you like fluffy clouds, it starts to go out with it all kind of like folds around the end.
And it blocks up the tube regularly though. So we got to keep coming out. We got these little tubes that come with so all the Zollner tubes, the suction tubes that we use are all single use, and they all come with this little tiny, basically a little plastic like piece of fishing wire, really, isn't it? Pipe cleaner, and you can just unblock the suction tube. But with this really softer kind of stretchy material, it's always a nightmare, because you get a really good grip, and then all of a sudden you think you're pulling the whole thing, and this, you're listening for the sound, and when you hear that kind of suction pressure increase, and then you're like, oh, there's nothing actually on the end, is it?
Teeny tiny bit there. Yeah. I do that sometimes. I use the side of the suction tube to scoop forwards. Yeah, you can see how wet that wax was, and now you can see just how wet the skin is underneath here as well. It's super duper soft, isn't it? Sometimes you'll get lovely big peels with this, but a lot of the time you get what's happening here, which is these little tiny bits lifting off. Oh, there we go. There's the start of a bigger peel. That's good enough. God, it's going to the boots, isn't it? That's huge.
It's got top to bottom, that. Yeah. Going to try and grab this at a different angle. I can see you can see along the side there. There's that
Yeah.
That kind of layer. What I'm hoping here is it's going to start peeling and then kind of connect to the one that we've already kind of started peeling away.
Scoops around the bottom and comes up the other side. There you go. Because that's great then, because you can bunch everything into a suction tube. Like sometimes if you get a big enough piece like that, you can, especially with a big flap like that, you can go in with a standard size then sometimes, can't you?
Yeah.
I don't know, it's detached on the left, I think.
Ooh,
Oh, that's a good piece.
Look
Look at that.
Look at that.
You can see those kind of ripples underneath, which are always there. Just underneath that layer of skin.
Oh, there it is. You could see that just shear away then. As I started to tear that down, that's starting to come away quite nicely there now. Trying to see if we can get any movement from this last little piece here.
Let's start. Oh, there we go. Look at that. That's nice. That's a nice peel. I think the problematic bit here is I think that bottom left-hand section looks like you can see the color difference in the two types of skin. So you can see the fresher skin at the back in this one, and they're almost butted right up against one another.
Yeah.
So a lot of the time you'll try and peel these little rings of dead skin away, and it just doesn't. It hits that fresher skin, just stops.
So at this point, I'm just trying to do similar to what we did in the other ear, in the right ear. I'm just trying to hold the suction and draw back instead of trying to peel it, because it's really firmly attached, and it can get uncomfortable for the patient sometimes.
Yeah.
So yeah, just we've cleared the blockages quite a while ago actually, but yeah, blockages all cleared, patient's happy. Most of it obviously came down the suction tube. It doesn't look like barely anything's coming out.
Fluffy wax. There it goes down.
Yeah.
3/4 of an inch. I'm going to go on that one.
So yeah, we got about 2 centimeters.
Wow.
So,
well, guys, thank you again for watching day 13 of Waxvent. If you do enjoy the videos, don't forget you can like, heart, share, follow, and subscribe for me. If you thoroughly enjoy the videos and you want to see even more videos, then consider becoming members of the channel as well. And that way then you get to see even more videos of waxy goodness.
Yeah.
But as always, guys, take care of yourselves.
Take care of your ears.
And take care of one another. And we shall see you for day 14. Bye, everybody.
Bye.